hilarious to me because I love this. Because Isaac, you started off this message saying, "Hey man," like, I love it when people say "Hey man" to me. But maybe at the same time, this is like maybe karma coming back to me for all the times I go, "Sup, bro?" Like, "Hey, bro."
Whatever, man. Gender's on a spectrum.
Bro. I don't know. Maybe it's just somebody finally doing it back to me, which, bravo, Isaac. Bravo. So
Yeah,
I guess,
that.
man, like, I'll do a shout out.
I can't even watch this, dude. It still makes me nervous.
She's all about you. I get shit on so hard.
It's really great that you guys are able to talk about everything wrestling related and all of this stuff. You know, I think that especially now more than ever because of COVID, people need to still talk about wrestling and they need that outlet because wrestling is changing right now and we're hitting little like moments where we're questioning like what about the future? What if this?
Dude, I got my fucking like $12 worth, I tell you what.
COVID and all this stuff.
She was only $12?
No, I think she was like somewhere between like 25 and 40.
That's still ain't too bad.
No,
it's not as good of a deal as Gilbert.
And Isaac said that I should start talking crap to Shane for his weak mustache and your love for bad wrestling. Well, one, that says something about Isaac, like you have to have me touch base on this.
Yes, it does.
Hey, Shane,
it says that I'm an asshole.
I love a good stash. I mean, stashes are so good.
Dude.
So, not everybody could pull them off. So I'm like, if it doesn't look good, because I haven't seen, so I'm not going to judge. If it doesn't look good, you have the stones to be able to try. And if it looks good, then... Good job.
Oh, dude, she wants it, dude. She wants the mustache ride.
Maria?
If it's like,
you're fired. You're fired.
I think even bad movies are amazing. Like you can have a bad movie, and it can
She's so bored.
And it took the time because it's so gloriously bad. So,
I wonder if hello, Tim Tobin.
Hey.
Timmy.
I love everything where I'm like, I could see goodness
the wolf.
And even in bad stuff, I'm like,
all right, let's move on from this. Let's move on from this. She talks too long.
Yeah, dude, I seriously can't believe we got that. Like, I got that from her. It's like a 3.5-minute cameo from her, and basically, she spends the whole time rubbing Shane's cock. It's great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the December to Dismember edition of Such Good Shoot, taking place exactly 19 years after December Dismember 2019. And today, for our hosts, we have the weed-smoking Isaac, the Bush heavy drinking Shane, special guest host all the way from Chicagoland, Illinois, DDJ.
Oh, you really are drinking Bush heavy tonight.
What's up, DDJ?
DDJ.
And I'm your host, Dozer. Ding, ding, ding. Let's get it on.
Right on.
And obviously, before we do get it on, we have to do our segment of rest in peace to Pat Patterson. Yeah, I don't want to get too much into it because I'll probably just end up getting on a rant about how he molested ring boys. But he was an awesome wrestler, and he definitely did a lot for the professional wrestling in general. So here's to you. Rest in peace. All right, let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun.
I'm gonna light a blunt.
Well,
while you light a blunt, go on, Shane.
I was just gonna get into the.
Yeah, no. If I'm lighting a blunt, that means it's time for Chic of the Week, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the Chic of the Week. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Give me one sec. Give me one sec here.
Sure. Take all the time you need. My favorite Chic of the Week was actually posted by you, Shane.
Was it the which one was that?
The fuck Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
you were at where were you? You were at some bar or something?
Oh yes. I was at a place called Pins. It's like a duck pin bowling alley. It's like little mini pins. But anyways, real quick, the life hack. Iron Sheik says life hack. I set the daily reminder in my calendar to remind me that Hulk Hogan is a fucking jabroni. It works 100% of the time.
Oh, that's cheeky, baby.
I fucking love him, man.
One more real quick. Okay, one day ago he tweeted, with true depth, go fuck yourself.
Okay,
Such a fucking nut.
So I know I'm the guest here and stuff, but I've actually got a chic of the week I would like to share.
Fuck yeah, dude. Share it away,
yeah.
dude.
Okay, so the Iron Sheik tweeted, this is probably sometime, I think it was Monday or something. He goes, Chicago Bears, new name Chicago Garbage Bags.
Oh yeah, he was very angry at the Bears game.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I was telling before you got on, I was telling Isaac and Dozer that game was so bad Sunday night. It actually made me look forward to watching this December to Dismember.
I mean, that's pretty tough. I didn't watch any of that game. I caught a little bit of the oh fuck, who was it? Neither team had their quarterback, Saints and Broncos.
Yeah.
And that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Just really awful.
I know the Broncos were trying to get, I think they originally wanted, one of their, quality coaches to be their quarterback, but the NFL wouldn't let them.
Yeah. So, I was watching a football card break before I hopped on just because I was bored. And the dude pulls a quarterback rookie from the Saints, and then you realize that they started a fucking tight end over that guy, and the dude in the video is like, I wonder if he's ever gonna get a shot. And I'm like, no.
Oh my god, yeah, the only way that happens is straight up fucking if fucking
Hey.
What is that? What's the Mark Wahlberg movie? The fucking
Invincible.
Yeah, they do the
yeah.
invincible thing. The gang gets invincible, like Always Sunny.
Oh, Timothy, get out of here, man. We don't care. They
We
aren't
all
shaking our
know it,
heart.
but we choose to ignore it.
She can't even talk. Okay, let alone fucking tweet. It's pro wrestling. We suspend disbelief. That's just kayfabe.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
brother.
But
What are you doing,
Talking about
Nat? Jesus, bud.
I sent out to everybody in the group an extra credit match to watch this week, and that was Pat Patterson versus Sergeant Slaughter in a back alley brawl from Madison Square Garden in 1981.
Yes.
Which
This was
did not watch. I think I'm the only one.
you didn't,
Been left alone.
and you should
You should.
because I watched it after I watched December to Dismember because I was actually looking forward to it, and by the time I got to it, I was like, okay. Pat Patterson comes down to the ring in fucking cowboy boots, which is apparently a really big deal because they're pointy, and pointy boots apparently are like the fucking worst weapon you could have in an alley fight.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then he had what, like a Yankees shirt. He looked like the Brooklyn Brawler.
Man, what do you mean
Except
the guy in the top right? My name is Shane. Timothy Tim.
Dude, you do have a Skiavone look going on right now,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, the first time I think I watched you guys, that was, I think, one of the first things I said. So
Yeah, no, I was gonna say somebody said that a while ago, wasn't you?
Oh shit! All right. Drink
Oh my
every time
God.
Shane looks like Skiavone.
who's Shavano?
How many ways can we spell his name in the comments?
Dude, Shavano is a fucking Norwegian pop singer, dude. And I swear to God, she is fucking incredible. Like,
Is that
I
real?
don't. No, it's not real,
Oh,
you
yeah.
cocksucker. But it sounds like it could be.
Yeah, no, and it sounds like some weird shit that for some reason you would be into. You're like,
Oh,
I
dude.
take shrooms, I listen to fucking Shavoni. And I'd be like, okay, Isaac,
Yeah,
I'd be
dude,
like,
fucking does throat singing. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I think we've established that, Jovan, that you can't spell.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We know. It's okay. Neither can I. But holy shit, that match was brutal.
Yes,
Yeah, it was really good. And the one thing that like really stood out to me, like had nothing to do with Patterson, but it's how good Sergeant Slaughter actually was at that age and before. That motherfucker was good.
Yeah.
Like, damn, dude. Not only like just like his timing and like the way he sold, but like when he like took that bump into the corner and like he came up, like he went flying into the corner post and he immediately came up and was just gushing. Like he just timed the blade job on like that spot so perfectly and sold it so well. And I mean, he was just fucking pouring blood. And I was just like, holy shit, all right. This looks pretty brutal. And like besides like all the, you know, like the Vince, well, he's got the boot. Look at the boot, the cowboy boot. All that shit was stupid, but the match itself was like pretty legit.
Yeah. They went outside the ring. They didn't do too much crazy shit, but I think for 1981 it was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
one of the things that stood out to that match for me, and it's one of the reasons why I love this era of wrestling so much. Man, that crowd was so into it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dude, it's the only thing about that era of wrestling I like is how hot the crowd always is.
Incredible. But that crowd, like when Slaughter was bleeding and Pat Patterson started throwing punches, like every punch that he landed, that crowd fucking blew like Stone Cold was coming in. Yep. Like it was crazy. And yeah, you're right. You don't see that. You just don't see that anymore. And like I get why. Because it's hard to like get that into it when you don't like when you know it's you know like it's all bullshit. But goddamn, I do miss that. I do miss that shit where people were like fully sold on it being real and fully into every punch.
Oh Hector, wrong video to share, bud. Wrong one. You might want to look at the junkyard.
There's fucking kids out there watching this bullshit, dude.
The junkyard, good one, probably better than us at the very least.
Yeah.
Any of Brad's other shows that he does, probably pretty good.
It does get raw.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're dealing with the gay pussy eater here, bro.
Oh,
no. Watch out, man.
But just finishing up, Pat Patterson won in his I Love New York t-shirt that they also made a surprisingly big deal about.
And it was what did they the fucking dude threw in the towel on him.
Yeah, the Grand Wizard.
Grand Wizard, yeah, threw in the towel.
And Slaughter still wasn't done. Like he wanted to get back in there and keep going.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good fight. It was fun to watch. It wasn't too long, and yeah, for what it was in the time frame. Like it was a 3.5 stars.
100%.
Yeah,
solid 3.5 here.
3.5.
Woo, Shane! You should just Shane.
Well, 3.5.
I think Shane, honestly, you should just be like, it's too old. Fuck these people. 0 stars. But that's just
no. I heard there was blood. Like it, you know, if
blood is an understatement,
dude.
There
it was a
Ric
gusher
Flair on his period. Blood out there.
Yeah, dude.
What was? Where did it compare to that Dustin Rhodes blade job against Cody? Or
it was up there. I mean, the only difference being is that like because it's not HD, it's not quite as visceral.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like that AEW match is like for me is still the best thing that they've done that I've seen. The Cody Dustin match was fucking just perfect. It was a perfect wrestling match in every single way. And
it was definitely a great pro wrestling match. You know what I mean? And that's what it was a very not 80s very daddy dusty. You know what I mean? And in a good way. I mean, I typically don't like that pacing in a match. Like it's not my thing. It's the same reason why I don't like Nick Aldis. Like it's just not my thing. But man, that match did it.
Yeah, dude. That shit slapped.
Well, go ahead.
I enjoyed the match. It had better pacing than I expected for a match of that era.
Yeah, totally.
Because I haven't watched a lot of wrestling from that era. It was 6 years before I was born.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot. Even more for you, Shane.
Wait, this
Yeah,
match
dude.
was 6 years before you were born?
1981.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm an 87 baby.
I was in 84, so I was 3 years old, or I was
Okay,
-3. Sorry,
I don't even
-3.
work.
My brother was in 81. So
I'm actually the child that whomever that was, Hector was warning the show against.
Dozer's got the goddamn Kurt Angle hat going these days.
No, it's not little enough.
It looks like it though,
I want to get that hat. I'm going to buy the little Kurt Angle hat.
because it's got a string and he can keep it off.
Yeah.
You gonna get the little guitar and play Jimmy Crack Corn?
Oh,
no,
dude.
I possess
Kumbaya,
exactly
bro.
this much musical ability.
About as much as Stone Cold did.
I was gonna say yes. So did Stone Cold. Yeah, I mean,
I just totally aged hearing you guys tell me how old you were in this match, because I've actually just came to the realization I was the only one that was alive when this match happened.
No,
wow! Look at you, man.
I was like a year old.
Look at you. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 84. It's not a bad year to be born.
No.
I'll
Oh,
tell you
looks like
that.
Aaron was alive too.
Mm-hmm. So lots of good shit happened that year, supposedly. And, coming off of that match, we come to a pay-per-view that is supposedly extreme.
Yeah, it's the opposite of such good. It is such bad shit, dude.
such bad shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was such bad shit.
It's really not good.
So
No, it's not.
the match open.
I did a lot of fast forwarding in this shit. I'll tell you what. Hanukkah, l'chaim, dude. I really do. We do need the "I'm Jewish with Isaac" shirts now. We got to put those up. We got a couple of good shirts that look like they were drawn on a cocktail napkin. That's gonna be fucking fire.
Probably because they were drawn on a cocktail napkin.
No, I used a piece of paper. It was just it was really small and it kind of looked like a napkin. Because, okay, fine, it was a fucking napkin. Fuck off.
So the opening match of this pay-per-view was the Hardy Boys taking on Eminem. Most notably, that no party of this match was actually on the ECW brand at the time.
And I don't think either of them were official tag teams at that point either. Like both of them had gotten back together just for this match.
Yes, it was the first time that the Hardys had tagged in like 4 years or something. Because I watched the Wrestling with Regret video for it like 2 weeks ago, not knowing we were doing it. I was just watching Wrestling with Regret and decided to watch it because I thought it would be funny. Yeah, and then it was like Eminem's first time. Like somebody returned from injury. I think that was like Eminem's return match, maybe. Or
No, it
like
was he was returning from suspension.
Yeah, this was like about a couple weeks before Mercury got his face basically caved in.
But he had gotten suspended, right, for PEDs or something, and then he came back.
Very well could have been.
But this is also not too long after Jeff's first TNA stint.
Oh yeah,
about a month or two back in his return, I think, at this time.
Yeah. So all in all, it was a good match. Hell of a lot longer than I'd want any opening match on a pay-per-view to be.
Mm-hmm.
At nearly 23 minutes long.
It was long, and but it wasn't bad. It didn't feel as long as it was compared to the rest of the pay-per-view.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have minded had they just gone the whole time. It would have been better than everything.
3 hour long Iron Man match
between Eminem and the Hardys. Good lord, somebody would die. Jeff would die.
Probably twice. Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to Jeff, by the way, did a swanton onto the back of his head on the steps because he's an absolute frickin', there you go, Hector, frickin' maniac.
Dude, he's a fucking nut job. I'm sorry. I will not change who I am for some fucking kids. Except
That's
for
right,
my kid.
Stand your ground.
Dude, I swear around my kid about 40% less than I do normally. So like that's about the only concession I'm fucking willing to make. Some kid on the internet, dude, are you kidding me? I play Call of Duty. Think I care? Think I care about some kid's feeling?
Yeah, obviously these people are worried about the kids have never played Call of Duty with an 8-year-old online.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. I don't think I've ever heard the N-word more than fucking from 8-year-olds on Call of Duty.
I have fun with people in Call of Duty lobbies, but I'm also vicious and mean, and I won't share those stories. But
yeah,
anyways,
I just try and get them all to show me send dick pics. I'm like, yo, send me a pic of your dick, bro. And then they shut the fuck up.
I mean, Isaac, there's not a whole lot that I think we could do to get canceled, but you saying that
might get us canceled.
Yeah, man.
What? It's Call of Duty, bro.
Anyways, moving on. Eminem versus the Hardys. It was pretty fucking good. There was a lot of. It was the most original ECW feeling match on the card, but it didn't have any team from original ECW. Like, this was the only match other than the length on the card that I was like, oh, I could have actually seen this match taking place in ECW proper back in the day. Obviously, maybe on a smaller scale and different gimmicks. But these two teams, I could see wrestling each other to this good of a match on ECW, pay-per-view.
Dude, Velveteen Dream, whatever, man. He's misunderstood, all right?
Brother. No, stop.
I'm done. No, I'm right up there saying, you know what? I was the first one. You know what? Fuck Velveteen. Fuck Pat Patterson. Fuck all the diddlers. I said it. I told you we're gonna get into the kid diddling.
Oh my god.
Wow.
We're done. Isaac, we're moving on. We're not getting any credit from Ryan anytime soon.
Match 3.75 stars, but 8 stars in context of this pay-per-view.
Yeah, I gave it 1.5, 2 stars. It wasn't bad. It wasn't offensive. It just was all right. It was an okay tag match that went too long.
I'll give it 3.5 because it was a great opening match, but I mean it was the best match on a really crappy pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's like a 3 for me. I very rarely think I would go back and choose to watch it, but if it comes on, which it won't because it's December to Dismember. I mean it's good.
Yeah. So
for what it was.
Up to the Strikers Rules match, where we had Balls Mahoney taking on Matt Striker, and were Strikers Rules basically the rules of wrestling?
Yeah, they just said that over again to piss off the original ECW crowd that probably wasn't watching.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember Augusta, Georgia being an ECW hotbed.
Yeah, the James Brown arena.
Dozer, real quick, get Hector off of here with his threatening us or whatever's going on. Get him fucking out of here.
But
there
are worse
anyways,
things in this world.
Yeah, to put context as to how bad this show was, and I mean this as legitimately as possible, this was one of the best matches on the card by a lot.
Yeah. Balls Mahoney can work. Who knew?
Yeah, well, he was an amateur wrestler back in his heyday. I think he got banned for headbutting an official. Typical Balls.
That's kind of dude. I kind of like that. That's very fucking. It's very alpha, dude.
But this match somehow it wasn't good by any means, but somehow they put on a pretty decent story, even with this stupid stipulation with a dude, Matt Striker, who wouldn't have made it in ECW back in the day, wasn't making it in ECW then.
He didn't make it in professional wrestling and as a wrestler. I mean, he didn't make it in that capacity at all.
But there was like a lot of kind of fun stuff in this match, especially if you're familiar with the major Balls Mahoney works, the chair swinging freaks, and it was kind of fun, man. He does like a leapfrog at one point, and there's a lot of like chain wrestling, and they both keep trying to go for like that Fujiwara armbar. And rewatching the match, I was like, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for everything. And my thing is, like, I already really like Matt Stryker for obvious reasons, because I'm a huge Lucha Underground fan. I think he's an incredible commentator. And his as dumb as his gimmick was, and as dumb as the shit was, like, it made sense in that context of like trying to like piss off ECW fans, like you were saying, like, and the whole, I mean, it's a fucking awful gimmick to be saddled with. Like, you're going nowhere if that's what you're given to work with. Like, it's no surprise that he ended up behind the desk after like that. But yeah, the match itself, like, it's funny that when you listen to him talk about wrestling, when you listen to him as a commentator, especially like over hours and hours, you can tell the man knows his shit.
Absolutely.
Like, he really is. Like, I do think he is one of the best like play-by-play guys in the business.
No, and I totally
right
agree.
now.
Right.
And part of it is like he just really loves it. It's like Mauro Ranallo is another example of that, where it's just somebody who is really passionate about like what he's doing and cares enough about it. But like, just go back and actually see him because I never watched this before, because it was like, it sucks balls. Like, so I'm like, yeah, why the fuck would I watch it? So I go and watch it and I see this and I'm like, fuck, man, I like this guy. I want to hate him, because obviously this gimmick is made to be hated, but it worked. Like, the whole thing worked, and like in the context of the whole pay-per-view, yeah, it was one of the best things on it, which is a fucking weird thing to say, that Balls Mahoney and Matt Stryker
in a Striker's rules match.
In a Striker's rules match, yeah.
So guys, if you don't mind, I got a little bit of a funny story about Matt Stryker I'd like to share.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so back at the first Starcast back in 2018, friend of mine and I, we were just walking around the arena and we actually ran into him. So, we just said, hey, how you doing and stuff, real nice guy and stuff. And I was like, can I get a picture with you? He's like, yeah, sure. So, my friend's trying to fumble around with my, trying to figure out my phone, how to turn on the camera and stuff. And I don't know what exactly happened. Like, I think we were just joking around. And all of a sudden, Matt Stryker goes to my friends, like, can you hurry up? This guy is referring to me as being a total dick. So he didn't get Jess and stuff. So then, like, the next day, I go back and he's signing autographs. So I go over to him and say, what's up, you dick? And he remembered me and called me a dick back. And like, that was kind of an exchange we had throughout the weekend and stuff. So
that's pretty
that's
fucking
funny.
Cool.
Yeah,
he seems
cool
like
to have.
Matt Stryker's a cool guy, very cool guy.
I was gonna say, yeah, that just seems like a cool memory to have of like, a famous person. You know what I mean? Being very real.
Yeah, he was really cool. And I mean, I'm happy to see, I love listening to his commentary.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the video we shared every now and then of him and Vampiro losing their fucking minds. Well, Vampiro losing his mind, and Matt Stryker doing his best to contain himself over like a really, really bad referee and fucking like
it's like AAA or something.
Yeah, it's like AAA.
Wasn't Lucha Underground?
No, it wasn't Lucha Underground. They were like guest commentators on like.
Yeah, no, it was definitely AAA because
it was a AAA fight.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, this like referee was just like giving like the world's slowest count, and it was driving Vampiro crazy. And then there was like a count. It was like one of those things where it's like a countdown timer, and like they were supposed to do like a 1, 2, 3, but the 3 count came after the fucking timer ran out, just barely. But the ref doesn't even get down and do the count. He just says fuck it, and Vampiro just loses his fucking mind. It's like, this guy fucking sucks.
I think it was one of the refs from the Wrestling Classic.
Yeah, he's still just his fucking corpse got wheeled out there.
But
it was awful.
All in all, I'm going to give this a 2.5-star match.
Yeah. This was 2.5. This was the highest. That's 2.5 is going to be the highest they go this whole fucking show. It really is. It's it. 2.5. It was the best. And I can't believe I'm saying that.
I'm gonna
go ahead.
Oh,
Go on.
sorry.
Don't be sorry. Be assertive.
Be assertive. Okay. Be assertive. No, I'll give it. Okay, I'm gonna be assertive. I'm gonna actually give it 2.75 stars.
Oh,
Ooh.
damn, dude. Big dick energy. Love it.
Yeah.
Swing that thing.
I'm gonna just give it a 2.25 to balance it out, so that we're all at an even 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah. All right.
And for Mr. Bacon, we'll get to that after December to Dismember. That's the main event right now, is talking December to Dismember.
Real quick, if you guys want to hear some really good talk about Sting and AEW, me and the rest of the co-hosts of the Junkyard, we're dropping a special episode. I think it's being uploaded now as we speak, where we talk about the events of last night. So,
boom, Junkyard. They're gonna dive into depth
knowledge.
They'll have they with actual knowledge, where it's not just us being like, yeah, dude, I fucking hate it because I'm old.
No. I watched I don't know. I watched like an hour of AEW last night.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna get there.
We'll get there.
Yes, we'll get there.
Hopefully by the time we do, Sting's still alive.
But so that brings us to the next barn burner of a tag match, where we have the Pope D'Angelo Dinero and Sylvester Turkey taking on the FBI, Little Guido, and Tony Mamaluke with Trinity.
Oh man, what a fucking mess.
Hey, DDJ, take it away. You lead this one.
First off, I gotta ask. I thought I was cool with you guys. Why did
You're good.
Why did you subject me to such horror as this show?
Have you? I mean, that's what we do, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's literally we have the whole wheel of regret deal. We
were like, do we want to like enjoy what we watch, or do we want to like suffer? And we were like, dude, suffering is fun. And then we started suffering. We realized that we were a little dyslexic in that. We got it backwards, but we had already fucking committed. And so here we are.
Committed to the gimmick.
Also, as Dozer pointed out, it was it was live on this day, however many fucking years
ago. December 3rd, 2006.
2006?
So 14 years ago now?
Yeah, 14 years. Mm-hmm. So God, I just this is where the show really just started going down the shitter.
Yeah.
I mean, it
was bad.
I really don't know what to say. It's just there really was no rhyme, no reason to this match. It just seemed like it was thrown together. Is like the guys just like went out there and it's like, oh, we're gonna do this, this, and this, and none of it looked good. And I think the only thing good about this match was that outfit Trinity was wearing.
Speaking of that outfit Trinity was wearing, I was watching this with my wife, and she has a couple comments on it.
Like that was the thing they did. They wore like I get it, scantily, but honey, that's just that is energy putting on clothes that don't exist. That is not needed. Foot went through each one of those goddamn holes on each side as you tried to put it on. And then your whole ass cheek is hanging out on both.
She's very practical.
You know what? She's very practical, but she's she's wrong.
You know what's practical? Yeah. You know what's practical is saving money on fabric. Okay.
Yes. Frugal.
But that was one of her many comments, and she went on, I think, for the entire match, just ranting about Trinity's outfit and the fact that Little Guido's name was Little Guido. Which we thought for probably about half of it that his name was Little Guido Italiano. And she's like, that's what it fucking means, you idiot.
Here's the thing about this match, and this is what I noticed, is that it is immediately so obvious how much better the FBI are at wrestling than fucking rip off
Elijah Burke at the
JTG
time.
and Sylvester
Turkey.
Lafort.
And
Like-
Elijah Burke or whatever
Was
does
fine. Yeah.
No, but and like he wasn't very good there, but he does get better.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Current
like,
NWA
was it-
North American
what was-
champion.
No, what was he? He was Pope or some shit, right?
Yeah,
The Pope D'Angelo De Niro.
Yeah.
But,
so like
like-
that shit was decent. But yeah, this
So-
match.
Sylvester Terkay is really bad. I mean, really bad. I mean, really, really, really bad. I
He
mean,
He got released like what was it? 3 weeks after
It
this.
wasn't
and
long
just-
after this show because I don't think I ever remember seeing him again. After
I mean,
that.
literally one of the worst wrestlers I think I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of bad wrestling. Like,
I
not
don't
even on the
know,
show, but
there's-
on my
you've ever
own.
seen is later in this pay-per-view.
Oh,
There's actually 2 wrestlers who are worse in ring.
I don't know, man. I think I might.
Yes.
Oh,
There's
he just walks around. He just, and that's all he
There's-
does.
Oh wait, are we talking about
Throughout this
Kali
whole
or
thing, I just thought
No, yeah, Sylvester
I
escaped
I'm
from
like, he
Tarkov.
is a cut rate Miro.
Yeah,
He
I
is
mean,
an ordered
Yes.
Miro off of Wish.
yeah,
That
dude.
is Turkey.
Yeah, this is Miro. This is Miro after fucking like a 3.5 year meth bender.
but like again, I'm gonna harken back to this a couple times throughout the show. I was watching this, and I felt I didn't necessarily feel this way about the Matt Stryker match because I could see ECW maybe doing something kind of weird and gimmicky like that. But this match, I'm like, this wouldn't have ever taken place on ECW. Like who the
That was-
fuck is Sylvester Terkay? Like, you know,
That was a
that
WCW match. It was a WCW
Yeah,
Thursday
you're-
Night Thunder match.
you are very right with a team that was way too good to be on it, FBI, and just some fucking idiots that can't wrestle and won, and then
Mhm.
like very slowly beat up like Guido or Mama Luke after. I can't remember who, but he like drags him and he's like, "You
Both of
Get
them,
him
I
up!
think.
Get
I think it
him
was
up!
both of them, but they definitely beat the shit out of little Guido at the end.
Yeah, but like,
But
it's
I
just
think
like
they did it to both. Yeah.
I just kept picturing that it was Enzo to make me feel better.
yeah.
Oh, I love.
I
I don't
noticed-
give
I
a
noticed
fuck.
DDJ.
I love Enzo.
I
I love Enzo. I don't give a shit. I'll say it now. I'm fucking buzzed enough where I'll be like, I'll put it out there. And I don't even know. Did I say it to you, Shane? I said it to somebody a while back that I honestly like when I first saw Enzo
Yeah.
Amore in NXT. I was like, dude, if this guy keeps this up and doesn't fuck up somehow, he is the next Rock.
Yeah, and you said
And he
all of
fucked
that
it up.
one
Yep.
because The Rock is a overrated in-ring wrestler, and 2 because he's really good at catchphrases. And
Yeah.
3, I would really like to state real quick before we get into what happened in AEW that Isaac fucking loves, quote, Enzo, but thinks Kenny Omega is a bad wrestler.
I didn't say he's a bad wrestler. No. And I've never said Enzo is
He's
a good
great
wrestler.
sports entertainer.
I've never said Enzo is a good wrestler. I think Enzo is one of the best talkers I have seen in the last 10 years. Legitimately, one of the best on the mic that I've seen. Yeah, catchphrases, whatever. I don't care. He fucking got crowds over every
Oh,
single time he
you're
got on the
right.
mic.
No, and you're right, and I'm not disagreeing at all. By the way, we're arguing, therefore, you know what that means too.
Woo! Kenny Omega on the microphone has never gotten me excited. Not once.
Yeah, that's because he wrestled a blow-up doll once, and you simply cannot get past it because you're an old fucking man and very angry.
No.
Um,
You know what? I am over the fact that that fucking Coda wrestled the blow up doll. I don't care anymore because he's that good. I just think Kenny's overrated. I think he's overrated. I don't understand it. I do not see it. And I know I'm one of the few people. and I've tried because I respect you, Shane, and I respect your opinion. So I do. I've tried to enjoy his matches, and I just don't see it. I don't get it. And we'll get into this a little bit later because we're gonna end up talking about a few things AEW later, and I'm gonna have some opinions because I'm fucking controversial.
Well, go ahead and rate not underrated wrestler Sylvester Terkay versus and Elijah Burke versus
do I give it half a star, quarter star? 1/10 of a star. How do I get? I mean, because it was a match.
Was it?
Something happened.
There was a bell.
A bell rung, and there was a pin. It was
more of a match than that goddamn fucking junkyard dog shit where he fucking was his own ref.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll have to give it a half star because it was a match that occurred.
It was an actual match. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna give it a quarter of a star.
Yeah, it's that little sliver, man. 1/5, just one of the spikes. Although for me, it's 1/6 of a star because you know how Jews are. We like an extra point on our stars. Whatever, man.
I'm going to give it 0.3 repeating star.
Oh man.
So
yeah,
that brings us to our next match where we have Aladdin with the Great Khali taking on Tommy Dreamer.
Poor Tommy. Fucking Tommy Dreamer to lose to fucking
Daivari.
Can you imagine, right?
Who is Tommy... Who? No, what? Go ahead. But isn't the Daivari dude? Wasn't he actually Italian?
No, he was Iranian, I think.
Okay, who is the one that they had dress up as a terrorist and fucking threw him out of the?
Muhammad Hassan,
maybe.
Yeah, okay, he was Italian.
Yes.
Yeah, he was very Italian. Okay, continue. Sorry.
It doesn't matter what Daivari actually is because he's really from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's from like the same town Sheik is from.
And he's also Sheik is Iranian.
And
Sheik was in the Iranian guard, dude. Like that whole shit was legit, dude. He was like fucking like one of the Iranian fucking
to the sky, I believe.
Yeah, dude. He was like a fucking bodyguard to the Iranian like fucking like Grand Ayatollah and shit.
Yeah.
Dude. He was a bad motherfucker.
I thought that was all. I thought that was all gimmick. Oh wow,
it's legit.
No. Yeah, he was.
Oh, how about that? But I think he lives in Minneapolis now.
Yeah. But the funny thing about all that is fucking like either way, like they go in talking about how like he's speaking Farsi and shit. And he's like from the Middle East, and you're like, but Great Khali's from India. Like what the fuck are you? It's because they're both brown. Oh,
yeah,
you motherfuckers.
They're from the same vague part of the world, and they're not white, so whatever.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, dude, they have like all the gimmicks where it's like, fuck Canada, America rules.
America,
like, what the fuck is the difference in like really between like a Canadian? Yeah.
So real quick, like I was saying, can you imagine being Tommy Dreamer, right? And this is like the first non-one night stand labeled ECW pay-per-view, right? Like this is like the first new venture.
Yep.
And Paul E. Heyman, right, comes up to you and he goes, Tommy, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna lose the fucking Arya. Was it Arya or Sean? Which one was this?
Sean.
Arya? Was it Sean? You know, fucking Sean Daivari. Like, are you kidding me? Like
via roll up.
Like in a week roll up too. Like it wasn't even cool.
Legal weed. Wait, what did I miss, Jovan? I'm smoking a lot of weed. It's legal, sure.
Somebody mad at weed?
I got
nothing. What did we do? What do we do now, man? I've been I've been behaved.
Watching this whole match, my wife had 3 things to say of consequence. One, she kept calling Davari Aladdin.
Which is incredible.
She kept saying that nobody respects Tommy Dreamer. Show that man some respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes,
And
100%.
three,
Absolutely.
she called the Great Khali a legend.
No. I mean, sort of.
Depends. Yeah, I mean, like he is legendary.
He's a god in India.
But like he is a legend in the sense that like he is the single worst wrestler of all time. And that's pretty legendary to do when you consider some of the bad wrestlers that have fucking graced fucking the ring in this business.
But her big comment was, you didn't even give
Kenny
Dreamer
Omega
the honor of losing to Khali.
You know, he lost by a roll. And dude, but I will say, dude, Jesus Christ, that fucking power bomb he takes from Khali on the fucking stage.
Oh, dude. Well, like here's the thing is I'm sure Tommy requested that because he knew that the fans would be pissed if nobody died during the match. And he, you know, he knew that Davari and especially Khali couldn't or wouldn't take the bump. So he's like, fuck it, I'll die on the cross. You know what I mean? Let's give the people something to pop for.
Right.
Yeah, the best was the kid in the audience who just screams out, "This isn't extreme. This is entertainment." So good.
But again, this match is like one of the better matches on the card, even with horrible finish and the fact that it wouldn't have existed in original ECW.
It would not, absolutely. And it was bad. But
Tommy's that good, man.
Tommy's awesome.
Yeah.
Tommy, how's the peeping?
You want to talk about somebody who gets being a babyface?
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer is that fucking guy, dude. Like you go back and you watch the shit with him and Raven. Thank you, may I have another? You know,
that was Sandman.
Was that Sandman? My bad, sorry.
Yeah,
but he, you know.
Like either way, Tommy Dreamer is a fucking legend. He's a legit legend.
And the dude still goes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he still performs, especially for what he does, at an extremely high level. Even you know, closer to today than what
he was
in
one of those awful AEW battle royals, wasn't he?
He was he was in the casino battle royal for Double or Nothing, I believe.
I think he stapled $1 to Joey Janela's forehead. I think that was his big thing.
Yeah.
Didn't go far enough, but then again, there's nothing to damage in Joey Janela's head.
I will say Joey Janela showing up at that fucking alt-right rally asking if anyone has seen his friend, the referee from NXT. He's like, I was supposed to meet him here, man. Dude, that shit, that is the first time I've legitimately been like, all right, I kind of like Joey Janela.
Joey is a really fucking funny dude. He's funny. He's like if you took the way Matt Riddle is funny, except you made it an alcoholic. That's Joey Janela. I mean,
yeah, no, that was good. That was good. I'm not a huge fan of his, but that fucking got me, and I'm like, all right, I like this guy at least. Like, I don't hate him. Not interested in his wrestling, but that was fucking funny. But that match sucked though, dude. That fucking match sucked. It was fucking bad. I mean, there was like a point or two where it was decent, but like at no point. I mean,
it was one of the better matches on the card.
The big moment was the Great Khali pulling the rope down and Tommy Dreamer having to sell the fact. Tommy fucking Dreamer, right? Having to sell that he went over the top rope. Like, think about that for a second. It's Tommy Dreamer. The guy's gotten hit by a goddamn everything in the face. And been like, I'm fucking Tommy Dreamer. Let's go. He goes over the top rope and he sold that shit for a minute and a half.
Yeah,
it was bad.
There's also Joey Styles. Like, and that's another thing here is Joey Styles sounds uncomfortable. Like for most
Taz
of
does.
this show.
Taz does too.
Well, Taz sounded uncomfortable up until he retired from, mainly retired from commentating. Taz was never a fluid commentator.
No, he was never good, but this was probably the worst I've ever heard it.
I believe at this time Taz was still young in his commentary career.
Yeah, I think this is where he really started, and then once ECW folded, he went it over. He went it.
He went it over.
Yeah, he went it over to SmackDown.
Yeah,
and then TNA picked him up after they let go
of
Don West or whatever.
There were points where he literally was like, "Joey, help me out here! I'm dying."
Well, yeah, I don't know if it was this match, but he goes, "I promise you, I'm gonna get this out." Like, because he fumbled over the same sentence 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
Like, oh, weird.
Yeah.
My favorite moment was during the fucking Elimination Chamber match, and he started talking about it. No, because I'm gonna forget. But he was talking about how there was a wall of fucking chains, and he just was struggling to say it. He's like, it's a wall chain. It's a wall full of chains, and you're just like, what the fuck, dude?
This was a 1.5 star match.
It was a 1.25 for me. It was bad. I would never want to watch it again or even fucking think about it after the next 10 seconds. In fact, this fucking blunt rip and the next swig of Old English hopefully will erase this shit permanently from my brain.
3/4 of a star for me.
Oof.
Good. I'm liking you more and more every fucking minute, man.
Oh, I like you too, man.
Oh, baby.
0.999 stars.
Dozer's gone off the rails with this.
Dozer in your fucking fractions or whatever decimals.
Dude, don't Meltzer this rating system, man. We haven't Meltzered it yet. We've stuck very true.
No, I just couldn't stand the match. It was bad.
It was bad.
I love Tommy Dreamer too much
to
remember this match.
Mm-hmm.
And, that brings us to our next
match of the night,
where we have Ariel and Mordecai taking on Kelly and Mike Knox.
It's not Mordecai, it's fucking Kevin Thorne, man.
My favorite part about this,
name. Haven't you noticed?
My favorite part about this is I think it was either Taz was like, yeah, this guy's actually pretty tough, even though he's dressed like this, kind of like the vampire thing or whatever.
Well, and
he's like, despite the fact that he looks and fucking acts like a complete idiot, he's kind of tough.
Well, I think at one point during this match, he goes. He says something kind of calling Kevin Thorne gay, sort of, and then he goes, "Don't you do that too, Joey?" I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, but I mean,
2006.
Vince probably told him to say that.
Yeah, and this was Kelly's first in-ring match. This is her in-ring debut.
Yeah,
the first time she ever wrestled.
Let me tell you,
it can only go up from here.
And you know what? Though
from here,
it did though.
Yeah,
it really did. By the
fine.
Yeah, she was. I mean, for the era, she couldn't go with fucking Sasha or Asuka. I don't think
Sasha or Asuka.
Shashka, bro.
The Old English is getting.
Is that band you take shrooms and then listen to, or?
Dude, yeah, bro. Shashka was, first time I saw them, bro, they opened up for Fish, bro, in Coventry, bro, and I was fucking high on a half ounce of opium and fucking 6 goo balls, bro, and I just I swear to God, I was just in another world, bro.
Isaac's out here remembering concerts he didn't go to.
It was the 45th time he saw Fish in 2008. Anyways,
dude, I've seen Fish once.
Time out.
And it was
Fuck Fish.
Awful. Yeah, no, please, yeah, don't have to time out. That is the official motto of the fucking SGS pod is fuck Fish. It's completely un-wrestling related, but yeah, dude, I'm a Vermonter. I went to their show and it was bad.
Fuck Kevin Dunn's definitely one of them too. We have a lot.
Fuck Kevin Dunn. Fuck Shane's mustache.
But
I don't know. His stash is looking better today.
Let me-
it looks-
Little Third Reich, but it's looking better.
That
But,
is a very, very, very good mustache.
oh God, stop. But anyways, this is how bad this show was, right? You have a woman who is very clearly attractive, right? And Kelly.
Ariel's attractive too. Let's
Oh
not
my
Yes,
forget
but I
that.
was gonna get to her in a second. Like they managed to make Kelly even feel like she wasn't on the right show. Like, because Kelly, especially, I mean, not especially then. I mean, at any point, that's not an ECW girl, man. That's not.
The
That is
exhibitionist.
that is a WWE girl. Ariel, however, I mean, stupid gimmick, but that's an ECW girl. I mean, her ass cheeks completely hanging out, doing the bendy.
Oh my god, dude! The fucking
But like,
I've never
that
in
is-
my life been so goddamn hungry as when she had that fucking boot
Oh,
on
boy.
Kelly's throat. I was just like, I want some cereal.
But anyway, like that's all I could think when I was watching this match, mainly because I didn't actually want to pay attention to the wrestling. But I was like, Kelly doesn't belong on this fucking show. Like, she's
Nope.
she is like
no one in that match did.
Oh no,
except for
absolutely
Ariel.
not. But like, especially Kelly, man. Like Mike Knox is just big and stupid. Kevin Thorne is a Twilight vampire. Like that was some WCW shit. But
That was
like,
very WCW.
but like,
Which is too bad because Thorne wasn't bad.
no, he
No.
wasn't the worst in the match by far.
No, he
But
was
yeah,
decent. He
like,
just was
Kelly,
saddled.
I was just like, man, like she just doesn't belong on this show at all. She's too beautiful and like a not, red light district way. You know what I mean?
Like the exhibitionist thing just never rang true with her. Like she just seemed too innocent from day one.
Way too girl
It
next
should
door.
be noted she was 19 at the time of this
Or
match.
19, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She wasn't even fully legal.
Oh yeah, because she's still young. She's like 30. She's like 35.
She's
or
33.
something
She's
still.
as old as me.
Yeah, I was
Damn,
gonna
dude.
say. I remember for some reason, like I think me and my dad were talking about Kelly, and I was like, I wonder where she's at. And I looked it up. I was like, holy shit, she's young.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match was
Jesus
just
Christ.
really the worst ever.
It was truly it was the worst thing on the fucking whole pay-per-view.
Yeah,
That's
and then like,
playing a lot.
and
It was
they
bad.
and they constantly keep referring to like Kelly, and CM Punk, and it really seems like he's gonna come out and save her, and he just doesn't. And she gets just kind of destroyed by Ariel, but she doesn't get a single offensive maneuver in. Just really bad. I mean, this is a 0.25 star match. I mean, the only reason why it's that is because it was there was a referee there. There was a pinfall.
It was atrocious. I mean, Kelly, she just looked so lost.
Yeah.
So fucking lost when she got in that ring. They kicked her like the kick to the stomach, and she's just sort of like falls down, and like she like the only way she sold was by just screaming.
Yeah, and she
like that was her selling.
Even on the apron, she's like cheering at the wrong times, and like Joey and Taz are like trying to cover it up. Like, just I mean, really, in true Vince fashion, the only reason why she was there and the only reason why she got the contract is because of athletic possible ability and looks.
What you got there? Old
Forrester.
Old Forrester. My neighbor's name was Forrest when I was a kid. I had another friend named Forrest, and his nickname was Woody, and it took me years to figure out why. And then I was like, oh, because forests are made of wood.
Speaking of wood, I'm going to give this match a 0.25, but give
I would
Kong a solid 3-star.
I would like to forget this match altogether and give it a 0.1 star because it was fucking. The hemorrhoids that pop and bleed when I poo in the morning are more entertaining than this fucking match was.
So for me, I'm giving it 1/100th of a star. I think I'm good. But no,
we're drinking every time we fucking break a number into a fraction.
Oh no.
Well, hold on a second.
Luckily, we only have one match left.
Okay. So, and the only reason why I'm giving it 1/100th of a star is fucking Ariel's entrance, where she's literally hanging upside down in the ring, and literally everything's almost ready to pop out.
Dude, and
oh my
Taz,
god.
Taz is literally just.
I forgot what I was talking about. What was my point?
Yeah.
What was my point? I don't even remember.
Joey, what were you talking about? We were just doing words.
Did you see her butthole, dude? I saw her butthole. Yeah.
Probably the only time in WWE history I wish we had the King on commentary.
Somebody out-perved the King. Incredible. But you know that it was Vince in there being like, talk about her ass cheeks, pal.
And that disappointment of a match brings us to our main event.
Oh, boy, was it a main event. This match was fucking awesome.
Dude, it started out so good.
Yeah.
It really did start out really well. Like, watching, like, dude, I think, I mean, Sparkplug isn't my favorite wrestler, but RVD
can I
is
say
great.
Who's in the match first?
No! Let him guess. No. Yes,
real quick. No.
Please
we
do.
have the Giant, Test, Rob Van Dam, Sparkplug, and Chick Magnet Punk taking on Bobby Lashley. Well,
real quick, I did want to.
They're all in the match. It's an elimination chamber.
I did want to go back to the last match though. I'm pretty sure this was the match that Sandman appeared after, who wasn't on the card for some reason.
Yeah, that's right, because he took out Kevin Thorne.
Because they were getting ready to beat up on poor Kelly, and then you just hear not enter Sandman come on the PA.
And you're like, who the fuck is this?
Joey's like, it's Sandman! And he comes in, he's fucking cracking open beers, pouring stuff.
He does
the
beer bash.
This is an ECW show. You have Sandman on contract, and you don't have a place on the goddamn card. I don't know, in the main event where you had Sabu taken out. You couldn't put Sandman there.
That whole thing with Sabu, like taking Sabu out because, like, for whatever reason, and that was like, you could tell, like, the crowd turned that moment. Like, that was when the bullshit chance started, when like they did the backstage.
That's when they got mad.
Do you want to see Sabu in a 24-minute match? Because I don't.
Yes, I would much rather have seen him than fucking Test. And Test was fine. Test was fine here.
Test actually was great, but Bobby Lashley, Jesus Christ, Bobby Lashley.
I do have a question for our resident historian, DDJ.
Shoot.
Who was doing the beer swilling gimmick first, Sandman or Stone Cold?
Oh my God, it was Sandman.
That's what I was saying, but my wife wasn't buying it.
Mrs. Dozer, if you're listening, it was a Sandman.
No, it was definitely Sandman.
You're still right about everything else in that house. Don't worry.
100%.
Yeah, no, that Sandman moment was like, but it's still, you're like, dude, you just fucking like bashed your face in with a beer till you're bleeding for no reason at all.
Side note, how do you get your ass kicked by Sandman? Because it took him 15 minutes to get to the ring as he came through the crowd and drank 4 beers on his way there. You could easily get away.
Well, dude, and that last beer,
just move.
That last beer that he opens after kicking their ass, like, there is nothing in the beer. I was laughing so hard because, like, he had done the thing, and like he cracks it open, and it goes, and he like pours it, and it's literally just foam, and that's it. Like, there's no actual liquid left. It's just foam, and then you I was like, oh God,
so good. So
But
good.
yeah, this
gotta
match,
love
like,
Sandman. We want to get Sandman. Sandman, we really want to get Sandman on the show just so we can get fucking drunk.
yeah, if
with
anyone
Sandman.
knows Sandman, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll get drunk with
Go on,
Sandman.
yeah,
We'll-
go on the Twitters and shit, and like just seriously, just harass him like constantly.
Come on, Hector.
Like, just get on there and just fucking tweet at him, get in his DMs, create burner accounts, like whatever it takes, dude. Make this man extremely uncomfortable to the point where he feels like he's obligated to do our podcast.
Hashtag Sandman for SGS.
Yes. However
Yes,
hashtags work. I'm an old man. I don't get it.
But yeah, like Isaac said, this match starts off really well, man.
Yeah.
Bob Holly, while he, definitely. God damn it.
He's not wrong.
Shut up, baby. I know it. I love
real quick, Jovan. Me and Isaac actually played in a D&D game together, and I played Barbarian Zoidberg. Yes, I'm a Futurama fan.
He did.
But
Futurama is the greatest. It really is like incredible.
But anyways, yeah, this match gets off to a really good start, man. Bob Holly, while he may be a bully, and he definitely was, and he may have been too stiff with young guys and stuff, Bob Holly's a good worker, man. And RVD is RV fucking D.
And Sparkplug fits the ECW model. Honestly, he does. Like, he would have fit perfectly in the original ECW, like Bob Holly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And RVD and Bob Holly get off to this really fun start where Bob is just hammering him, and RVD's doing everything they can to be fast and elusive. And they really have a good 5 minutes in the 5-10 minutes whatever in the ring, and the counters counting down 5 4 3 2 1, and in comes CM Punk, the new favorite of the night.
And dude, and it was awesome, dude. The shit he did with fucking RVD in the chair, like that moment where he puts RVD through the chair in the corner, was probably like one of the single best chair spots I've ever seen. Like, it was just perfect. It was perfect. Like, his head going through, the blood pouring down, like it was perfect. Like, visually, it was fucking perfect.
Yeah, it was very good.
You want to talk about someone who would have fit in the original ECW? That's CM Punk.
Yeah, absolutely.
CM Punk, this is, and I see a lot of people talk shit about him these days, but I honestly think CM Punk could have fit in almost any territory in any time. I really do think he's that good.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only thing that would have limited him in like the olden days was his size, but I think he could have bulked up pretty easily and gotten a little bigger. But that's beside the point. Like, he's just that good.
I think CM Punk's a little overrated, but that's fine.
I don't disagree with you. I think he is slightly overrated, but I do think he is very, very, very good.
I unfortunately think that CM Punk is like the Rage Against the Machine as a wrestler, where he was never the best at what he was never the best.
Whoa.
Rage Against the Machine is not the best music, Isaac.
Whoa.
But they stood for something.
You can say a lot of things, but Rage Against the Machine is incredible.
I love Rage. I love Rage, but they're not.
Zach De La Roja is incredible. They're all incredible. They are the best political metal band there is.
Yeah, you're right, because they're the king political metal band. Anyways, but like I was
I'm sorry. You're right. Wrestling.
Like I was gonna say, much like Rage Against the Machine, CM Punk was and is committed to what he believed was right, to a fault if you look at it from a business standpoint. From like
sure.
But if you
look at it from being a fucking human being, if you're that willing to sacrifice everything for what you believe in, I have way more respect for you than
no judgment on that. I'm just saying, as far as as far as like, you know, wrestler to music, Rage to CM Punk, you know what I mean? If they would have just buckled down and spent all of that time, they could have been literally one of the best. Okay.
I got to see Rage Against the Machine live too.
They're really, really high on my bucket list. So again, it's not like I don't like Rage. I love Rage.
I actually, true story, I walked out on Rage Against the Machine.
No, yeah, good for you. Anyways, speaking of walking out, CM Punk gets eliminated pretty fast by like Test or something.
Yeah, and then it was basically all downhill from there. A bunch of people got eliminated. Bobby Lashley won. That was the end of the pay-per-view.
Big Show was in the match for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that was the thing that happened, and that was like a 1.5 star match.
At the time, 4 minutes was 2 minutes longer than the Big Show could go.
Yeah. And like I'll tell you what bothered me real quick the most about that match is I hate the elimination chambers where they like follow this formulaic plan where one guy gets eliminated. Okay, cool. Then another guy and then another couple. And then at the end of it, it's just Big Show and Big Bob. You know, Big Bob even like way, way worse than what he is now, and he's still not great. You know what I mean? And he is way worse than. Then you're giving these two dudes who can't really wrestle at this point the entirety of the elimination chamber to do what they want, which is not
Big
very
Show,
much.
And Big Show could never wrestle.
No. Big Show could fucking go before Kevin Nash dumped him on his head.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right. Agree to disagree, but either way, this match ended up going from being like, if I had watched this live, like I get why this crowd got so hot by the end and just started the bullshit chants and all that. Because fucking A, are you serious? Like, this is the ECW pay-per-view. Big Show, Bobby Lashley.
There really wasn't anything about ECW about this whole show.
No, there was nothing.
There was
nothing.
It's a carcass.
There was the Tommy Dreamer match and a Sandman run-in.
There was the FBI. They had RVD. They had Sabu die.
But none of the only things. I mean, I think the only thing that actually felt like somewhat ECW was the Sandman bit.
No, the only thing that felt kind of ECW was the fucking opening tag match with two teams that did never wrestle in ECW.
Even that though wasn't extreme. Like Tommy, at least Sandman. When Sandman came in, he fucking smoked Homeboy in the face with a kendo stick.
Not all ECW is extreme though. That's the thing. Like to me, that
there
opening
was
match.
good lucha shit on ECW.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
absolutely. But I didn't. I mean, it was all fucking just so weird.
One star.
Yeah, it was bad. 125 for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 1 star.
Hey, that's the prostate tickler because that's the longest one.
Oh my.
Hey, whatever,
what's
dude.
your rating?
It's like 11:15, dude. Whatever. I ain't scared now. Ain't no kids
1
awake.
star.
If the kids are awake watching this, then their parents are fucked anyway.
I know
1
I'm
star.
for at least 2 hours, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on, Dozer.
So that concludes December to Dismember. I think we're all in agreement. It was a pretty shitty pay-per-view. We don't really need to give the whole pay-per-view a rating. It's somewhere well below like 2 stars.
Yeah, it's somewhere between a dead rat and a desiccated turd. Somewhere in between those
corn.
two.
You know what? I'm going to break our rating system. It was a 2020.
Oh,
There you
Jesus, dude. Yeah. Oh, man. Fuck me running.
But again, like I said before, it goes to show you just how bad that Bears game was Sunday night that I was looking forward to watching.
Yeah, dude.
But,
Fuck.
Apparently we should cover some modern wrestling and
yeah, we'll talk. We should talk about it real quick. And this
AEW had some minor shit that happened last night. I've heard
something happened in AEW.
Something about some 61-year-old wrestler returning and maybe
Sting's
a screw
back.
job.
Wait, there was a screw job? See, I didn't watch, but I heard
Yes.
Sting came back, which
There
is
was a very good screw job.
Yeah,
Nice.
Where-
it was pretty good.
Where the world heavyweight champion went to a brand where there's already 2 contested world heavyweight champions.
Oh, that was the Don Callis shit. Okay, so here's the
Yeah.
thing: is I didn't watch this.
Yo, let's go with the Sting shit first. That's what actually happened in the show first.
Okay, when I
Sting!
heard that, I was like, good for Sting, but I don't care about. I like when Ricky and Robert fucking in the Rock and Roll Express wrestle. Like, I just am like, okay, you were incredible in your time, but just stop.
Your
Just
time is
fucking
over.
stop. Yeah, just stop, because like you're trying to do something that you physically shouldn't be doing, and the whole point of this shit is to fucking be able to suspend disbelief, to fucking believe what's going on in the ring, and I just don't anymore with Sting. I don't with a lot of these. I don't with Triple H. I don't with Undertaker. Like, you just know that like a fucking swift kick to the hip and it's gonna fucking end their fucking year. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are delicate these days.
Well, here's the thing: is I don't necessarily know if this is going to lead to him wrestling.
I don't think
I hope it doesn't, but
I
I'm
hope it
not sure
doesn't.
what he brings as a manager.
I think he brings.
That's an unknown quantity that I am very curious to see what happens.
I think he just brings like an enforcer character, right? Like, because all he did, again, this is one of the only times very recent, like, not very recently, but at all, that I've watched AEW Dynamite. And all he did was, like, they had this video package play. The only reason why I saw it is because Wade, who Jacob wanted earlier, he goes, yo, come and watch this. So, like, Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin are getting beaten up by the Tasmaniacs, and Will Clark,
Powerhouse Hobbs, Giovanni Tuati's
sorry, my bad.
favorite wrestler.
Really?
Get him up.
Is that real?
Listen to some of our podcast of the Junkyard, and you'll see how he really feels. I know he's,
But,
yeah, we got to plug that shit because people need to watch that as well. So plug the Junkyard quickly.
Again, they did do a special episode all
out,
about
like,
the
an hour
AEW
ago.
Dynamite. It's probably out now, and if you have kids, go watch that, because they're not doing drugs and drinking.
That's way
so
better
much.
than this with guys smoking and drinking.
But yeah, like, they play this video package, and I'm watching it. I have no context other than 1 minute of the attack before, and I'm like, Eric Redbeard has come to save Cody, because like it's all like ice and like winter's coming, and I was like, Eric Redbeard, and then you just see crows start coming down. I'm looking at it, I was like, the fucking Sting, like, and then Sting pops up on the screen, and Sting makes the slow walk to the ring, and he clears the ring, and he's just baseballing, baseball batting people. He's pointing it at them, and then that's it.
Well, my whole take on the Sting thing. This is something that we talked about with Giovanni and Spencer.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! But I'm not expecting him coming in to wrestle. Like, he's not coming in and doing the Goldberg. He's not coming in.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, God, I hope.
Well, I don't expect him to come in and like go over on young talent, but I do think this leads to a match.
I don't think it does. I don't see Sting. If he does, it's going to be. He's not doing much.
We can't. He physically can't. But I don't know. For me, this is one of the things with AEW that has bothered me since almost the beginning, is that it just feels like, instead of honestly trying to create something new, like, Sting has a you know, like he is a legend. Like he's everything that, you know, like everyone thinks he is. But like we've seen Sting in WCW. And when we saw him again as Crow Sting in WCW. And then TNA.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did I come back. He came to WWE, and it's just like, okay, I've seen it. I've seen it fucking so many times. Like, I can't find myself being super compelled about something that like feels like it's just like, okay, it's like a fucking remake, like all the movies. You know what I mean? It just feels like another remake of fucking, you know, like, oh, we're just gonna do another version of Total Recall. You know, and like, and that's the problem is like, I when AEW came out, they were promising that they were going to be something completely different from the professional wrestling or the sports entertainment that we've got. It's going to be more sports based. It's going to be more real, and I just haven't seen that. And it just feels like, again, we're back doing the same shit that TNA did and the same shit that WCW did over and over again. And that's like, it's just disappointing because there's so much talent there.
Agreed. I like I said, I loved it. I was getting my inner child like went crazy. I was also saying that I'm glad I was home by myself last night because literally when I saw the name Sting flash across the screen, I literally screamed out of sitting in my living room watching it. I goes, holy shit. Like I could imagine like if my wife was there. First off, she'd probably yell at me for swearing like that because, again, we have a 5-year-old. But she would have been like, what? Like, she would have freaked out like something was wrong. Like, I was thinking something was wrong. Then I would get in trouble for screaming at it because she got all worried and stuff. But no, I loved it. I think, honestly, I like the move. Like I said, because I think it's going to get more viewers on the products because, you know, the casual fan is going to be like, oh, Sting's in AEW. I'm going to check this out. So,
yeah, and I totally agree with that. You know, I'll tell you, again, from somebody who doesn't hate AEW but is pretty indifferent on AEW, other than just on a straight in ring perspective, because I'll watch AEW all day in ring because it's just so much better than main roster WWE every single week.
And it is. I won't argue that.
You know,
I won't argue that.
This felt like a big deal. And it kind of felt like the big deal of the night, and I'm glad that they put it at this place in the show because coming up in the main event, we've got an even bigger deal.
Absolutely.
That the main event where Mox was taking on Kenny Omega, and Don Callis was he the special commentator or special ring announcer?
He was the special commentator. They brought him in because he's known Kenny since he was a mere child. And boy, was I fucking pissed off.
I am so sorry, but the only thing fucking special about Don Callis I'm sorry, but it's fucking special ed, dude. That guy fucking sucks fucking ass, man. I cannot stand Don Callis. He's the worst.
Man, that's a little aggressive there, Isaac. That was a little aggressive. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I yelled. I'm fucking sorry I yelled, guys. I'm a little drunk. It's been a rough day. So Don, if you're watching, go fuck yourself. And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Anyways, hey, DDJ, take over.
Yes, sir. So
take over. It's your show.
All right, so
it is cool, dude. I'm a guest on the DDJ. Drunk with DDJ.
What do you say with DDJ?
Like, let's get drunk with DDJ.
Right. So am I just plugging my show here? Is that what we're?
Oh no!
Sure,
no,
whatever you
do,
whatever you.
I'll do that later.
Whatever you want.
I was gonna have you take over and talk about this because AEW is your show. You love AEW.
Yes.
Oh, I thought we were gonna just talk about whatever you want. I thought we were gonna get some other shit.
Okay. Well, first off, again, thank you guys for having me on your show. I really do appreciate it.
Thanks for throwing,
hanging out for some reason.
How many people want to come on this shit show?
Yeah, dude, people don't even want to watch us. So
thank you, man. Well, you guys that ain't watching, you're missing out on a lot of fun. So
we do have a good time.
Oh yeah, but no, just like for me again, like with this whole main event thing, it's just I absolutely, I thought the match was great. It was everything that I wanted it to be. I wasn't expecting it to be like their match at Full Gear last year because obviously, you can't get away with a lot of
that match was fucking incredible.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It definitely was.
Mhm.
But and I'm watching this match, and in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Don Callis comes out. I know about their history. I didn't think anything of it. Then when Mox does the paradigm shift onto the heater, to Kenny, and Kenny looks like he's hurt, and then I see Don Callis get up. I'm thinking, okay, maybe is he like legit hurt? And then when Moxley decked Don Callis and sent those rose petals flying all over the ramp there, and then he dropped the mic, and then I saw Kenny going. I'm like, all right, something's up. And then, but Kenny violates the gentleman's code, hits Mox with the mic, busts him open, hits 3 or 4 V triggers and a 1-winged angel to get the win. I'm thinking, okay, so we finally seen, the cleaner is here. The heel turn's complete. And then I'm like, and then next thing you know,
I'm happy to see it took a lot to put him down.
Yeah, no, it took a lot to put him down. Agreed. And I think that, so Moxley did not come out of this match looking weak at all.
No.
So, but then I see Kenny Omega grab the belt and then they take off running. And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? The commentators are doing a great job, selling what's going on. And then they get into they go to get into the black SUV. And Alex Marvez is like, what happened? What do you got to say? Blah, blah, blah. And Don Callis is like, if you want to know, if you want to know why we did this, tune in Tuesday night. And Marvez is like, wait a minute, Dynamite's on Wednesday night. And he's like, no, tune in Tuesday night to Impact on Access. Boom, we got your Impact crossover. So it's just the proverbial, I don't want to say portal because that's for the AEW New Japan thing, but the doors have been open. We officially have an AEW Impact partnership, and I, for one, am really excited about it.
Yeah. These two guys can, especially Dozer, literally the second that happened, I messaged the group and I went, holy shit.
Yep.
I was like, wow. And immediately in that moment, I was excited. You know what I mean? That moment, it clicked. You know what I mean? It felt like when NXT really started going and you could feel that magic. Yep. I was like, wow. I'm like, this is insane. This is absolutely out of control.
My first thought when I woke up, because I was fucking out cold. I woke up at like 2 this morning for work. I woke up and I read the chat and I saw that. And my first thought was, because I saw how excited you were, and anytime I wake up at 2 in the morning, I'm already fucking bitter. And, and
I would be
I eat a lot of candy, but I don't sweeten up even much during the day. But I was just like, wait a minute. I'm like, I'm sorry, am I reading this wrong? Because for me, still being partnered with Impact, fucking is a weird thing to get excited about. Right. And I recognize that Impact has actually been one of the better professional wrestling programs recently, putting out some of the better product out there other than NXT and New Japan. But I still it. They have a lot of fucking baggage to shake off before they can their image in terms of professional wrestling is clean. And maybe this is the move that does it. I don't know how good it is for AEW. I know it's very, very good for Impact.
But regardless of anything, I think as a pro wrestling fan, this is an exciting thing to happen.
Yep. Because
this is 2 different programs ganging up on the big guy. And that's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? This is competition at the likes of which we haven't seen since WCW. And that's the bottom line.
And because Shane Green said so?
Yes. But
I long enough to get that.
Sorry.
That's all right. No, it's all good.
But there is one point in this match that I do want to talk about real quick. Other than the ending, which I really didn't like. I didn't like the suplex into the heater. It looked like shit. It didn't make sense as to why Kenny was hurt. But there is one sequence in this match that I want to talk about. So they had this gentleman's agreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Mox brings in a couple chairs. What was the gentleman's agreement? And Isaac sets the chairs up right in front of each other. He pats the chair for Kenny. Kenny sits, he sits, and they beat the shit out of each other.
Oh,
I mean, really. I mean, they are slapping each other. I mean, there's a couple. I mean, literally straight punches, and you can hear the impact. Like it is.
I'll have to
fist
I'll
on
have to
face.
check. I'll have to check it out because I am getting towards a point, and I was talking to Dozer about this earlier, and you are going to hate me for this, but I am getting to a point where I think Mox has been overexposed in a way by
I agree.
AEW.
I totally
and I don't
agree.
and I think they've shown that he's not as good as I thought he was.
I agree. I think
you do.
Yeah, no, I think his title run has been a little bit underwhelming. And
I don't
necessarily think it was his fault.
No.
They only booked him in hardcore matches, like for the title, for a long time. And I was like, come on, man, just let him wrestle.
I just feel like regardless of like how WWE treated his character and like the shit they made his character do, like when it came to him in ring and him like doing his thing, like they still protected him in a way that they kept from like showing too many of his weaknesses. And I feel like AEW has not done a good job of that. And I don't know, but like at the same time, like I do like Moxley, but I'm at a point where I feel like Roman Reigns is a better all around sports entertainer. And obviously Rollins is fucking the best of still the Shield. Like that fucking man is incredible.
Right.
Well, we've gone way off track. Also, it's 11:32.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna go.
Time to wrap it up.
Take a piss. Put a finger in my butt and go to bed.
Oh no. Well, real quick, I would like to announce that we're gonna do War Games next week. NXT War Games. If there's anybody who wants to watch the show and hop on, you just let us know, and we'll vet your application.
Yeah, we might do.
We might do another guest appearance. And DDJ, dude, thank you so much. And definitely check out his podcast. He's got What Do You Say with DDJ, and he's got the Junkyard.
And then
with Spencer and Giovanni Tuhati. So definitely check this out. And you have one more now, right?
Yeah, right?
One little thing that I do, it's going to be more of an infrequent thing, is called, it's a new thing I just threw out there. It's called Let Me Out. It's just basically where I do micro brawlers and like the pint size all-star. So
nice.
Woo!
Nice. And you can catch all of that on PWJ, right?
What's that?
It's all on the PWJ YouTube platforms.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. And that's where we're at too. So find us with Pro Wrestling Junkies. Check us out.
Yeah.
And if you like us, well, then you might want to consider getting some professional help with your mental state, because shit's definitely not okay.
I made my appointment for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, dude, get checked.
Just remember to like, subscribe, ring that bell icon, whatever the hell else you got to do. And
tune
until
in
next week,
Thursday.
Yeah. Slap that like button like fucking Minoru Suzuki
on Pro Wrestling Junkies. He's Shade. He's Isaac. He's our special guest, DDJ.
Thank you, man.
I'm your host,
It's been a pleasure.
Till next time, we're such good shoot.